Good day, Bitcoin traders and investors. This is Mdlalose. This is very exciting because the Bitcoin halving is upon us. And let me put down the timer quickly so that you can see. In 12 hours, 32 minutes today, we are going to be having Bitcoin halving. So finally, I think the Bitcoin party is almost ready because the last Bitcoin halving, people actually, celebrated that, and there were parties all over the world. Believe me, go and Google Bitcoin halving parties. You'll actually see what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of factors that comes in when it comes to Bitcoin halving because I think the guy who designed Bitcoin is one of the smartest people on earth because everything that he planned, I mean, this guy actually had to think 10, 20, 30 years ahead of our time when it comes to Bitcoin because when you think about the halving, it's actually designed to be happening every 4 years, and that will actually create more demand because the more Bitcoin gets halving, and you know what, a lot of people will actually start making less in mining. Okay, people will make less money in mining, and it means that that will create scarcity of the actual Bitcoin. And in the world of markets or trading, if ever something is not as popular, or there is not a lot of something, it creates more demand, and automatically it makes the price go up. Yes, so the Bitcoin halving, the price may not go up right away. The price might take time to actually go up, or the price can go up right away. So we've got two scenarios here. I want you to understand me here because a lot of people already are predicting Bitcoin to start mooning right now, and to start going up and getting value. But for me, I always tell people that the most important thing when it comes to any type of trading or any type of investment, especially in the stock, the forex market, whatever you're trading, or even the cryptocurrency, the most important thing is to focus on actually what the chart is telling you, because there are rumors. There can be Twitter accounts that say this, there can be this guru, there can be this Twitter account that has got 1 million followers that says this about a cryptocurrency, and they say, okay, right, because of the halving is going to go up, and a lot of people will actually look at that as like, oh wow, this Twitter account says say this, so there's a high probability for the markets to go up. It's not the case, because the markets are not moved necessarily by Twitter, especially big cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Trust me, I mean, this is a whale, so it's not easy for someone just to tweet and then this thing reacts, and unless like smaller coins, yes, that might happen, but with bigger coins and coins with a lot of liquidity like Bitcoin, it might not move up right away, or it might not react at all. So if we look at the chart, which is the most important thing, this is a Bitcoin chart, and I like to focus on Bitcoin chart mainly on the 4-hour time frame, even though from time to time I have to scale up to the weekly chart so that I can see what is happening on the weekly chart, and then go to the daily, and finally focus on the 4-hour. So if I start with the weekly chart, right, you can clearly see we are in a new week now. This is the new week now, but last week Bitcoin went up, and there was a rejection on the round about the 10,000 level, which is a psychological level when it comes to trading. I mean, anything with a round number, even when it comes to stocks and forex trading, usually the markets with a high probability it will react when it touch those particular levels. So smarter traders know that. They started liquidating their position at that psychology level, which is 10,000 dollars per Bitcoin. So that's very, very important. Even in the future, the market moves and then it hits 15,000. You need to know that, okay, at 15,000, there's high probability we're going to get a reaction at 20,000, at 25,000, at 30,000, at 40,000. So watch out for those levels as sort of like an idea where you might want to take your profit if you are buying and selling Bitcoin, if you are initially trading Bitcoin. But if you're a long-term investor like me, because my approach is when it comes to Bitcoin, I'm not here to make money tomorrow. If you watch all my videos, you realize that I'm into this for like quite a few years. This is actually my kids' inheritance. This is you know what, my grandkids' inheritance. That's how I view this. That's why I've bought a lot of cheaper coins, and I know in my past video I had said that I'm going to be showing you the coins that I've actually bought recently. That video is still coming. Please watch out for it. The only thing is there's this hype behind Bitcoin, and there's this excitement behind Bitcoin halving. So that's why I think I better be focused on actually watching what the Bitcoin does more than anything else. So on the weekly chart, here's that rejection that I'm talking about, and then here's the daily chart. You can clearly see the daily chart. Boom, boom. This is actually Saturday. This was Sunday, right? Today is Monday, and the Bitcoin is still going down. All right. The main reason why it's going down, to be quite honest, the number one reason that I've seen and that I know without guessing is because of that psychological level, which is the $10,000 mark. That is the number one reason. Other than that, I know people say miners are liquidating their positions, people are covering this, people are doing this, people are buying USDT to protect this and that. It's a lot of confusing information. But if you are a smart trader, or if you're a smart investor, let me put it that way. If you're a smart investor, the most important thing to focus on is what the chart is doing. I'll keep on repeating this because this is the most important thing when it comes to a Bitcoin. So if I drill down to the current time frame, which is my favorite, where I'm actually look for entries on Bitcoin, you can clearly see here's that drop, and then you can clearly see right now there's a little bit of accumulation. I don't know whether this accumulation of buyers or sellers, because at the end of the day now the price is actually in an accumulation. Let me show you quickly what I mean by that. Look at this, and then you focus on this as well. So the markets are actually trapped in this tiny range here. So we might have markets, you know what, moving sideways here until it breaks either up or down. But when it breaks in either direction, I am ready to take a trade. In fact, I'm not going to go short on Bitcoin because I'm not looking to sell Bitcoin. The only thing that I'm looking for Bitcoin is to buy Bitcoin. So the most important thing now, you see right now, according to my chart, not according to Twitter, not according to Facebook, not according to any blog, right? There is no trade on my side. There's no reason for me to be buying Bitcoin or any other coins right now. Okay, I gauge any coins that are in the market. If I want to buy any cryptocurrency, I gauge it with Bitcoin because Bitcoin dominates the market. So usually it's actually the leading crypto before all these other ones actually follow. So my main focus is on Bitcoin, and when Bitcoin gives me a direction or Bitcoin starts moving up, then I start accumulating the smaller coins, because as I said, my strategy mainly is to buy the smaller coins because I see the smaller coins with a big potential. I mean, there's coins as low as a $1 right now, and if ever they potentially move to $10 in the next year or two, or $200 in the next year or 2 to 5 years. I mean, seriously, if you buy something for $1, it goes to $50, even if it takes you 5 years, right? You've actually made a very, very good return, because this is actually, in my own opinion, money for the future. There's a high probability that the cryptocurrencies are actually going to take over from the fiat money, from the normal money that we know. Not take over per se, but they're going to play a big part in the next coming decade, or in generations after us. So the most important thing now is to make sure you accumulate as much as you can, because these prices that you see now, some of them you might never see them in your lifetime. I mean, Bitcoin at 8,000, Bitcoin at 3,000, you might never ever see those prices ever again. I mean, even talking about XRP at 20 cents or 30 cents, you might never ever in your lifetime see those prices ever again. Okay, and that's very, very important to understand, that when you accumulate now, you're actually making sure that one day, if ever they decide to move, you're actually you having coins and you're going to be making returns. So back on this chart, right? See, sellers clearly in control. People, I don't know what people are doing right now in Bitcoin. Honestly, I don't care, as long as my volume and trend indicator do not tell me to buy. Okay, for example, the buy would be like blue. I mean, like it's easy to see that. So for example, I could have started buying here the smaller coins. As I said, that I focus on the smaller coins. You can clearly see here we had buyers dominating together with volume plus the trend equals to happiness. That's how I see it, see things. So if you focus on that, you can clearly see that these were the buyers here. Also, more buyers came into play here on my sweet spot right there. You can clearly see that more buyers actually came in. Now that we've got sellers, I'm only simply waiting for blue to appear, and then also for my sweet spot to be touched, and then I'll start buying a Bitcoin, not based on any blog, not based on any tweet, not based on any YouTube video that I watch. Okay, I do watch YouTube videos, you know, that's why I've also have a YouTube channel as well. I watch other people that talk about Bitcoin. I watch other people that post videos daily about Bitcoin as well. You know what, it's good to always stay informed, but the final decision that you have to make when it comes to Bitcoin, you need to actually trade the fact. The fact is, when you see the markets going up and the volumes picking up, then you know with high probability now this is your time to be focusing on buying a Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. Ladies and gentlemen, the halving is upon us. Let's not guess. Let's wait for the markets to start shooting up, and then we start jumping in. The trick is you must not be late. When the market starts going up, supported with the volume, then you need to be buying. That there's no other question. If you see the markets trending up and the volume picking, showing that there's a lot of interest, there's a lot of people buying Bitcoin, you simply need to buy as well, because trend is always your friend in anything that you trade. Okay, it's as simple as that. So guys, I do have a lot of videos on my channel, and do not forget to subscribe, and do not forget to share the video with other Bitcoin enthusiasts and other people that are actually interested in cryptocurrency as well. And also, if you need to know where I'm buying my Bitcoin, so there's a link in the description folder. I'm actually using Luno and Binance, and also altcoin trader from South Africa as well. So there's I use actually three. My coins are in three wallets, which I'm actually, for me, I'm not worried about cards now, because I don't want the temptation of withdrawing my money. So I'm just going to keep them in my wallets until, you know what, I see a time where it's time to actually exit the markets and see. Okay, one of my trader alerts is telling me that the candle is about to close. So this is Mdlalose. Stay blessed and watch out for the Bitcoin halving. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.